So welcome everyone. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Another deep breath in and exhale. One more deep breath in and exhale. Remembering our parents, our guru, receiving their energy. We start today's class. So let us start the next part. So what is lymphatic system? Lymphatic system. So like we have different systems in the body, respiratory system, excretory system, nervous system, muscular system, skeletal system, digestive system, excretory system, endocrine system. Similarly, we have one more system in the body, and that is lymphatic system. We discuss very less about this lymphatic system, but it is one of the most important system of the body. Those who have seen or attended any of the Dr. Wall's classes of lymphatic system, lymphatic vessel, LY channel, then I have discussed it very much in detail. What is lymph and how this lymph is important for our body and what is the function of this particular system in the body. So a part of it we'll discuss today. What is lymphatic system? So lymphatic system actually is a part of blood. What did I say? I said lymphatic system is a part of our blood system. Why blood system? Because see, this is an artery. This is artery. What is artery? Artery is a type of blood vessel which carries oxygenated blood, the fresh blood. Okay. So after this artery reaches to deeper part or the finer part of the body, it divides into capillaries because it has to reach to the finer areas of the body, deeper areas of the body. Now these capillaries which are supplying the smaller areas or the deeper areas, these capillaries again unite into another vessel, which is now called vein. Understand this. So artery and vein are not different structures. What we used to imagine is artery is one vessel, which it is supplying the body part. And vein is another part which is carrying the blood back to the heart. No, this is the same pipeline, same drainage system, which after reaching the area again joins together and forms a vessel. The first part is carrying more oxygen content wala blood, and so we call it artery. After supplying the area, this capillary system is now devoid of oxygen content. That means oxygen is less. Now it has collected more of carbon dioxide. Where from it has collected the carbon dioxide? From the surrounding area. So now this blood is with less oxygen, and so we call it vein. It is not another different structure. Okay. Now, when these capillaries are reaching the body area where it is supplying and dividing into capillaries under pressure, because there's a lot of pressure on the capillary. Why pressure is there? Because these are smaller structures, finer structures, diameter is less. So there's more pressure in the area, in the capillary, isn't it? Because of the high blood pressure, and some plasma leaks out. So this is plasma. This is plasma which has come out because of the high pressure. Where it has come out from? It has come out from the pores, from the fine pores of the capillaries. Now this blood plasma, which has come out into the tissue area. So this whole is what? Tissue area. This is tissue area. A lot of part of this plasma is again reabsorbed. So this is reabsorbed by the blood vessel. You're understanding what I'm saying? Some blood plasma comes out, the watery part comes out. It's like you have a net, and in that net you have some churned up thing you have put in the mesh. Now what will happen from the mesh? Because of the pores, the liquid or the juicy part comes out. So this juicy part is nothing but the blood plasma. Now this blood plasma is again reabsorbed by the blood vessel because it contains a lot of oxygen, a lot of amino acids, and a lot of glucose. So it is important. So body will not waste out, not throw out any part or any content which is important for the body. Glucose is very important, amino acid is very important, oxygen is very important. So it is reabsorbed by the blood vessels. But some part of it is unable to be absorbed by the blood vessel. And that content is taken up by another channel. Now there's another pipeline. Okay, and that is called lymph, LYM, lymph vessel. And the fluid which now flows through this vessel is not called blood. We call it, this fluid is called lymph. And this lymph, along with this lymph vessel, has another structure as a component of the system, which is called lymph node. Lymph node. So lymph vessel, and lymph node, all these three are forming the lymphatic system. This is so interesting and so important. Why is it so important? Because this fluid which now flows through the lymphatic system, where is it going? Where is this fluid going? Because we know that this part, the blood part, is going back to heart, isn't it? The deoxygenated blood is from the whole body, it goes to heart. From the heart, blood goes to the whole body, supplies the body the nourishment, the oxygen, and after it is devoid of oxygen, after it collects the carbon dioxide, it comes back to heart only. So it is coming to heart. So where is this lymph going? Interestingly, this lymph is also going to heart. Okay, so wherever there are capillaries, everywhere this lymph is created, this lymph is produced. This lymph, what is the function of this lymph? Most important function of lymph is it provides nourishment, nourishment, nourishment to the area where blood is unable to reach. It supplies nourishment. Also protection, because it contains a lot of WBCs. So these two are the most important function of lymph. So this lymphatic system plays a very important role in the nourishment of the whole body and also in the protection of the whole body. And that is why whenever a person suffers from any type of infection, LY meridian, according to EAV, I'm talking about Dr. Wall's meridian, is very important to be treated. Why? Because this is a meridian, this is the only meridian which is a complete, which is a direct meridian which affects lymph of the body. Is this clear to everyone? What is this lymph? Now I'll show you some pictures which will make it crystal clear to you what this lymph is. First, see this. This is what I explained just now, that this is artery. These are the capillaries. These are the capillaries which are joining again to form the vein. Okay, and in this area, focus on this fluid which has come out from the capillaries, which is taken up by the lymphatic trunk. You can see the green vessels, and it is taking the lymph back to heart only. So it is draining out this fluid into the vein. It's not draining directly into the heart. It is draining its content into the vein. It's opening here into the vein. And this vein is opening into the heart. Okay. So this is a very beautiful diagram which explains lymph and lymphatic system. This is also a very beautiful diagram. Here you can see, I'm just zooming it for you. You can see the green vessels. These are not blood vessels. These are the lymphatic channels. And also focus on this area. So what are these? These are the lymph nodes. So we have different lymph nodes all over the body, especially in the major joints, major crossings of the body. What are the major crossings? This is a major crossing where the head is crossing and entering into the chest area, into the torso area. So here we have lymph node. This is a major crossing where the torso is continuing into an arm. So these are like check posts. So wherever you are crossing the toll area, you have a check post, isn't it? So there's a check post here, which will prevent the entry of infection. If by chance the infection has entered here, it will prevent the entry to the arm because there are lymph nodes here. So if infection is entering from mouth, we have check post here so that the infection doesn't come down. We have the check post at the groin region. See, there are multiple nodes, lymph nodes in the groin region so that the infection doesn't go down, or if there is infection down, it doesn't come up. Okay, and that is why lymph has a very, very important role in malignancy, cancer. If a person suffers from cancer and if the doctor says it has affected the lymphatic channel, it has affected the lymph node, it becomes a complicated case. Why? Because lymph is a fluid which is traveling throughout the body. If the terrorist has crossed the toll area, if the terrorist has entered through the check post, now the person has entered inside, isn't it? Same thing in the body. If the infection has crossed the groin region, if the infection has crossed the armpit area, if the infection has crossed this jaw area, that means it has entered into the vascular system now. So it becomes a chronic case. So lymph is very important fluid, very important system in the body that protects the body. So if you find any node in the axilla, that means there's infection and inflammation there. There's some swelling there. That means it is getting infected. So we should be careful. If there is any node in the groin area, that means there's some infection there. So it's not about the node which is swollen. It is about the infection which is there. Think about the infection. If there is some node here, if there's some node here, that means there may be some infection somewhere here. So treat the infection, not the node. Okay. So this is a very nice figure where we can see the lymphatic channel. Also focus on these two vessels. So these two vessels are actually the major lymphatic vessels which are draining into heart. Okay, from the whole body, pipelines are coming into the major channels. Now, this is, take a picture, screenshot of this one, because you may get description of this part into the in your book, in your chapter, and you may find it complicated, but this image will make it very simple for you. What to know and what to understand, just follow what I am saying. See, this is the area which is directly related to heart. Okay, so this is the heart in which the vena cava is opening. So what to understand here? Which vessel is this? This vessel is superior vena cava. Superior vena cava branches into number 1, subclavian vein and jugular vein. So jugular vein and subclavian vein, these two veins join together to form brachiocephalic vein. And brachiocephalic vein opens into superior vena cava, travels into superior vena cava, and superior vena cava opens into heart and carries the deoxygenated blood. You may find it sometimes very difficult, but it's very simple. What to know and what to understand, that there are veins which are, just remember, there are some veins which are joining together to form superior vena cava. This so you can remember. Superior vena cava, because superior vena cava is a very important term. Superior vena cava, superior means upper, inferior means lower. So superior vena cava, vein, major vein is called vena cava. Major vein is called vena cava. So superior vena cava means the vein which is bringing blood, deoxygenated blood from the superior part of the body. Inferior vena cava means which is bringing blood from the lower part of the body. So this lymphatic channel is opening. You focus on this thing, right lymphatic duct and thoracic duct. So from one side, from the left side, the thoracic duct, and from the right side, the right lymphatic duct, they are opening here at the junction of right subclavian vein and jugular vein. And same thing on the left side. Okay. So what to know and what to understand is, if you just remember that lymph moves upward through the right lymphatic duct and thoracic duct and opens into the superior vena cava. This lymph is falling into superior vena cava, and superior vena cava carries this lymph to the heart. Is this clear to everyone? Clear to everyone? I'll repeat it again. Lymph from the whole body travels through two channels. What are the two channels? Number 1, the lymphatic duct, and 2, through the thoracic duct. This so you can understand. From lymphatic duct and thoracic duct, this lymph goes upward to the heart and opens into the brachiocephalic vein. Brachiocephalic vein, which is actually continuing into superior vena cava and ultimately opening into heart. Okay. So this is actually a nice diagram which I wanted to show you for its relationship with TCM. So you can see the urinary bladder channel and the spleen channel. I'll not go into the detail of it because this is out of my forte. These two channels are actually the channels which are related to lymph. And you can see the area, actually this is the area where the lymph channel flows. So this is lymphatic system. This is a very, very beautiful diagram where you can see the area which is traversed by lymphatic vessels. Okay. So there are only two terms we should remember. One is, just note down these two terms related to ailments related to lymph, and one is lymphangitis. Lymphangitis. And second term is lymphadenitis. ADENITIS. Lymphadenitis. What is lymphangitis? Lymphangitis is inflammation of lymph vessel. And lymphadenitis is inflammation of lymph node. Okay. So these are the two terms which are important. Fine. So this is all for today.